WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good morning. I'm Taylor Upchurch. Today is Sunday, January 27th. Scary moments yesterday in Lexington after a plane makes an emergency landing. It ended up in a field off of a farm near Bluegrass Airport. Officials say mechanical issues forced the pilot to land the plane on a farm. Matthew Rand is tracking the investigation.
The small plane, a single-engine Beechcraft Bonanza on its way to Bluegrass Airport, was forced down about a mile from the runway. It was a close call for the two people on board who were both checked out at the scene but were not hurt.
They seemed pretty calm and didn't seem that shook up. They were just grateful to be up and walking and not injured.
Just after 3:30, airport authorities say they received an Alert 1, meaning the incoming aircraft was experiencing a rough running engine. 2 minutes later, that was upgraded to an Alert 3. The plane's engine had quit mid-flight. The pilot was able to safely put the plane down in a field at Calumet Farm on Versailles Road. Other pilots we talked to say they couldn't have asked for a much better place to make an emergency landing.
Fortunately, Lexington is surrounded by farmland, so you need a couple of thousand feet, maybe sometimes, to put a small plane like that down or less. And Calumet Farm, if you find the right spot, it can be ideal for that as long as you can avoid the fences.
According to FlightAware.com, the craft is owned by Condor Aviation LLC out of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. It had taken off at 12:16 p.m. from Allentown, PA, more than 500 miles away.
They were coming in to do a normal landing at Lexington. We don't know what their business was going to be in Lexington, but the investigation will figure that out.
No flights at Bluegrass Airport were interrupted because of the situation. The plane stayed intact, didn't catch fire, and its two occupants were able to walk away. It's the best outcome officials say anyone could have hoped for.
We prepare for the worst and hope for the best, and today it turned out to be the best, so we're blessed to do what we can to help them, and even more blessed they weren't hurt.
Reporting in Lexington, Matthew Rand, WYMT Mountain News.
The Federal Aviation Administration will be conducting an investigation, though airport officials say it could take the agency a few days to get back up to speed following the government shutdown. And back in October, we told you about a 12-year-old boy, Chris Jacobs, who was severely injured in a dirt bike accident in Knott County on Halloween night. After several months, the family is reaching out to say thank you for the support. Police say Jacobs got his leg pinned between the dirt bike and a car, leaving doctors to wonder if or when he could walk again. The accident was at the junction of Highway 899 and Hollybush Road. 4 surgeries later, Chris is cleared to walk the halls of Beaver Creek Elementary once again, unless there is sign of infection.
Every progress that he has done to his leg would have to come off and be cleaned and be scraped and start building the muscle and stuff back up to back to where it's at now. And it's been, what, 5 months, 4 or 5 months?
Chris's grandmother says he is expected to make a full recovery by March. He will then decide to either let the skin grow back on its own or have a skin graft completed. Now let's check in with meteorologist Kelly McShane for a look at your forecast this morning. Kelly?
Well, we are waking up mostly dry, but some of us are waking up to a couple of raindrops, maybe a couple of snowflakes, as well as those temperatures are right around that freezing mark. Some of us below, some of us a little bit above. So we are seeing that mix still this morning. You can see that on Pinpoint Doppler, a mixture of green, pink, and blue. So a couple of flurries definitely dominating. I think that's what most of us will see, but overall it's going to be very light, even lighter than what we saw yesterday morning. So not to worry at all. Our temperatures, like I said, we are near that freezing mark. Some places checking in those upper 30s, some places checking in those lower 30s. So we are continuing to see that transition just because of those temperatures are right around that freezing mark here in eastern Kentucky. But your travel forecast, like we just saw in Pinpoint Doppler, isolated rain and snow mix possible, but overall not too many travel impacts expected as these flurries or drizzles are very light. If you're heading out to church anytime soon, should not have a problem with that. And then this afternoon we'll even see some sunshine, a mixture of sun and clouds. It'll be a pretty pleasant afternoon, just a little bit chilly out there. But our headlines for today: rain and snow this morning like we're already seeing, and we have a very short dry period heading into this afternoon and tomorrow. Before tomorrow night, that's when the next big system is in Taylor. I will break down everything everyone needs to know in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Kelly. Officials from the Kentucky Transportation Department, District 12, responded to a rock slide in Floyd County yesterday afternoon. The rock slide was located on Kentucky 114 in Floyd County on the Salyersville side of the overnight trucking facility. The road only had one lane open at the time. Officials say as of this morning, the road is now open. Helping more people now than ever before, the WestCare Emergency Shelter in Pikeville recently received an important grant. Those who work at the shelter say the grants to benefit homeless individuals is a real game changer. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher went there to learn why.
From 30 beds to 45 beds.
I just want people to know that homelessness is real in this area.
Serving more than 500 people every year. Case manager Anna Wakeland says people come to the shelter daily.
In January, we got a new grant. It's called the Grants to Benefit Homeless Individuals.
The new grant allows them to help more people.
With that grant, we were able to hire a doctor on staff, a mental health provider. We have a substance abuse provider. We have 2 more case managers, peer support specialists, and a program coordinator, or program director, actually.
Wakeland says during the winter months, they see an increase in clients. This means they need more supplies.
Also, some of the things that we need are blankets, canned foods. We still do give out the packets.
These packs have the basic necessities inside, from toothbrushes to hand warmers during the winter.
Anything that you have that you use in your home, we use it times 45.
And the smallest items can rack up a big bill.
But when you think how much a towel and a washcloth and soap and shampoo, you're talking $30 just to even take a bath.
Wakeland says any donation can go a long way.
The basic needs that we take for granted every day are the things they need every single day. We need those here.
Helping more people than ever before. In Pike County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
If you would like to donate to the shelter, we have information on how to do so on our website, WYMT.com. And 40 years ago, last night, the Dukes of Hazzard television show premiered on CBS. Yesterday, thousands of people attended an anniversary celebration in Nashville, Tennessee. Fans started gathering early outside Cooter's store and museum. 40th anniversary merchandise was a hot item, but the biggest attraction was the cast members themselves. Monday, we will have a deeper look at the event, including our conversations with the cast members. The University of Pikeville's Kentucky College of Optometry and the Kentucky Optometric Association hosted a retirement celebration yesterday. Around 100 people attended the event in honor of Dr. Gerald F. Combs. Dr. Combs has had a long optometry career, serving on the local and state level to improve the health and well-being of Kentuckians. He says he couldn't be more thankful to see so many people attend the ceremony.
All these people, a lot of different optometry schools, and why they come to see an old man, I do not know, but I'm dang sure part that they're here.
Chancellor Paul E. Patton, Minority Floor Leader Rocky Adkins, Senate President Robert Stivers, and a few others were expected to attend. Student Technology Leadership Program teams hosted a double elimination Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Tournament at Perry Central yesterday to raise money for their program. Organizers say kids like being involved, but some enjoy video games more than sports, such as basketball and football. Nathan Little, the STLP coach, says eSports is a growing industry and hopes tournaments like this will capture more attention from students and their families. He says hosting the event at the school brings friends together and creates a safe environment. And we are learning more about a former Harlan County constable arrested for first-degree armed robbery earlier last week. Officials with KSP Post 10 arrested Brandon Haynes early Wednesday. They say Haynes and another person entered a home with masks on and told the man inside they were taking everything he had. Police say Haynes pulled out a .45 caliber handgun during the attempted robbery. Officials with KSP say Haynes and the other person involved admitted to planning the robbery. Officials in Harlan County say Haynes served one term as constable in Harlan County from 2015 to 2018. And because of several complaints against him, county officials say they had to remove the blue lights from Haynes' car while he was still an elected official. And coming up on Mountain News this morning, traveling without even stepping on a plane. We have a story you will not want to miss. And coming up in sports was a number 8, number 9 matchup in Rupp Arena as the Wildcats hosted the Kansas Jayhawks.
Not too bad of a day today, but we are tracking more snow chances. I'll have that full forecast coming up next.